phone, why you not hitting me back? Please just pick up, don't wanna go tit for tat. Arguing on versus this then this that. Killing my vibe, now I'm writing this rap. This is not another love song, girl, you got me and me sprung on. Loving like you know your pick stick, curl me crazy like I did some. Really knew you was the one, no. Now you're wanting to be done, so help me tie it like a zip tie. Now you're running on the run, not a love song, not another love song. 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 Ran up the check, no safety on what you get. You know I'm Saint Nick, all year was getting you gifts. Can't lie, I know I've been gone, just trying to make a week spend. I know you wanted me home, don't understand why you split. This is not another love song, girl, you got me and me sprung on. Loving like you know your pick stick, curl me crazy like I did some. Really knew you was the one, no. Now you're wanting to be done, so help me tie it like a zip tie. Now you're running on the run, not a love song, not another love song. 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 Testing me, why you always testing me? Arguing back and forth, can't make a call, might need a referee. Daughter, you not here, I'm in my thoughts, it's so unsettling. Trying to make some sacrifices, mind and heart been wrestling. Got your friends around you, talking crazy, hit them heckling. Got you in your feelings, now you hit me, and you're pressing me. Had me in the doghouse, tied down, I was tethering. But you're still right here, so are you riding, are you dead in me? Let it be. Not a love song, not another love song. 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 Calling your phone, why you not hitting me back? Please just pick up, don't wanna go tit for tat. Arguing on versus this then this that. Killing my vibe, now I'm writing this rap. This is not
freaking bad. My freaking bad. But let me do that all over again, you all. Let me do that all over again. Welcome to the Sober Gang Experience YouTube channel. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Don, thank you. Welcome to the Sober Gang Experience podcast, where we dive into the complex world of addiction and its path to recovery. I will be your host for today. I know I was rambling and y'all couldn't hear me, Lord. I mean, when you go live, shit happens. Shit happens. But we're gonna have a topic about why do I keep relapsing? Over 70% of everybody in their first year will relapse. That is a fact. A lot of people like to be shameful about their relapse and things like that. Don't be shameful about it. It's normal. But what you do when you relapse, you got to keep going. You got to keep going. You got to pick yourself back up, and you got to strive and strive and strive again. You got to strive again. Never give up. Like I said, the Sober Gang Experience podcast. When I say gang, you all, we are not affiliated with any type of organized gang. We are not affiliated with any type of colors or anything negative. When I say gang, I mean that we are a gang. We are a unit. We are a unit of people that try to bring you positive information about addiction and recovery in hope to bring value and add value to your life. Information that you can take with you to on your day-to-day struggles, on everything that you do in your day-to-day. That is what I'm here for. I'm here to lend you a lending ear. I'm here to give you some information. And I'm also here to tell you my struggle and give you my trials and tribulations on our way to our path to recovery. Y'all, we finna turn up. We finna have a great show today, you guys. Thank you, Don. You a lifesaver. You a lifesaver. Because I really wasn't even paying attention to that. I was just rambling like I do. But I will probably go back and edit that after this is all out, so y'all won't have to see that on the replay. But I would love for you guys to go check out my recent interviews, my recent videos. One thing we do not do, I like, and I'm talking to you. the person that's watching right now, if you're watching this on your phone, I'm loving it. But I would rather you watch it like straight off of YouTube. That way you can engage with me. You can comment. You can like the video. Hell, you can even do what Don just did. Tell me my mic wasn't even on. That's what I mean about engaging. I love that shit. I love that shit. Don, thank you. Good looking. Salute. Man, that's what we're doing. And also, like I said, if I really do not see a lot of y'all subscribing. What I'm doing over here, and I'm doing something very positive. I'm not doing anything negative. I'm trying to add value to people's life. I'm trying to inform people and motivate people and inspire people. Why not subscribe to this channel? That's what we need to do. We need to start getting behind the people that we actually know. The people from my community. I need my community and my people from my local cities to start showing up. I need you all because I cannot do this alone. This is not a one-man gang thing that I'm trying to do. I need you all to help me out. If we want to be out here and we want to help these people and inspire these people and motivate some people in addiction, I'm going to need y'all to start sharing these videos. I'm going to need you all to start liking the videos and commenting. Because when you do that, they let YouTube know that our videos are important. And they will start showing our videos a lot more. It's simple. You see the little thumbs up button, you click it. You see the subscribe button, you click it. It's free. So I ain't gonna bash y'all over the head with that. But I just wanted to get that off my chest because I really want some of my people, my local people, my Facebook friends, my Facebook family, my Facebook community, my Instagram community. I really want to stress it. I need you guys, man. I can't do this on my own. But like I said, we gonna turn up a little bit. I got some guest speakers today that will be joining me, and we finna have a great time. We finna rock out. Thank you guys for rocking out with me. Let's go through here again. Read some more of these comments. Yeah, I got one of my friends in here right now. What's going on, Miss Alicia?
Hey,
y'all. Y'all welcome. This is Miss Alicia. She is one of my panel guest speakers. She is a person, man. She ride with me. Let me turn this music down, Alicia, because I was vibing out with the people for a little while.
nice.
I was vibing out. Yeah, I was vibing out with the people for a little while. You can go check it out. I had a person in the comment section tell me that they wasn't hearing me. I didn't even have my mic on. So at the time they was here, they couldn't even hear me. So thank you guys. Brittany, okay, they sharing it out right now. It's a lot of people been in the comment section. A lot of people, hey y'all, what's up, Don? They supporting. A lot of people starting to show up. Like I was saying earlier, Miss Alicia, I need a lot, even my panel. I'm gonna have a meeting with us soon because I'm not seeing a lot of us engaging in the video, in the videos, especially when I upload them. I would love to see you guys because there'd be a lot of people that be commenting on the video. They be like, I love your panel speakers, or this, you said this, or another person said that. And y'all will love those comments. So instead of me always replying, I want you guys to start replying and start commenting. Yeah, and engaging on what's going on YouTube as well. But we finna have an awesome day.
Creating a community, right? It's about creating a community.
Yeah, like I was saying, I cannot do this on my own. I need you guys to bag me, and you guys always do that. Y'all show up and show out every time I need y'all, and I'm so indebted to that, and I'm so blessed for having that. And yeah, I was reading a lot of these comments. We're starting to get a community of people in here. Nice to meet you, Terrence. Thank you. Y'all welcome Miss Alicia to the channel, y'all. She is in. She loves to bring it. I love to bring her on. Miss Alicia, I didn't have her. Alicia said she wasn't gonna be able to make it. Ivan said he was kind of busy, but he might jump in. But I do have Miss Jennifer that is planning on jumping in a few minutes. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to rock out.
Good.
Okay, we're going to rock out. But thank you guys in the comment box. I will be reading y'all comments during the show. So continue to comment, continue to engage with us, because I will be sharing your comments as well. We're finna dive in a little bit, you all. Let's get started. We're gonna wait on Miss Jennifer to jump in. But let's do a little intro real quick. Let's give the people a little show. That's what I'm here for. Let's go. Me and Miss Alicia, we by ourselves, but we still finna inspire y'all today in addiction. This is the Sober Gang Experience Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Show Our TV. Hey, let's go. Today, we would take a deep dive into the life of Richie Valor, from childhood to addiction to his success in the music industry. Join me as we take a deep dive into the life of this extraordinary individual who conquered unimaginable obstacles. Don't know what's happened there. We're going to do this on the back end because I do not have my intro and I'm so upset. But Miss Alicia, how your day been going so far?
I've been blessed, too blessed to be stressed.
I know that's right. I know that's right. We can't be stressed about nothing. We're going to continue to roll on and do what we do best. I'm going to sit here. You have any interest? What you do on the weekend?
I actually went to an NA convention, a Narcotics Anonymous convention. It was a blast out in Washington. I live in Idaho, so it was a good 4.5 hour drive for me. But
and you did that drive? You did the driving?
Yeah, I did the drive.
Oh man, see, I can't. I'm not with them long drives. I'm not with them long drives at all.
Well, you know, I was taught if I was willing to go that far for my drugs, then I'm probably got to be that willing to go that far for my recovery. So
exactly, I know, right? Exactly.
I can't tell you how many nights I would leave my kids in the middle of the night to drive all the way to another county, and so I just find that willingness in my recovery. You know.
I understand. I totally understand. I'm still with you.
I'm sure for some.
Bear with me real quick, Mr. Lee. Bear with me, y'all. I'm trying to.
Thank you, Dawn. You have a blessed day.
Okay, I think I got it now. I think I got it. Excuse me, y'all. I was trying to set some things up in the background. We're finna get the show on the road, you guys. Thank you guys for sticking around with me. I think this is the one. I hope this is the one. Let's go.
And he was going there and just a nightmare, disrupting everything, yelling, crying, all kinds of stuff, you know, running out to the car to.
So if this is y'all first time to the channel, I would love for you all to go watch the recent interviews or the latest videos we did back in the day with Richie. Also, what's up, bro?
Yo, what's up?
I can't call it, man. It's another beautiful day.
Have a way of navigating my way through triggers, but in the process of recovery, I've picked up a lot of tools, and I've latched on and jumped in the back pockets of people with more experience in recovery. And when I have those triggers, I pick up tools.
Now, this is Mr. Show Out TV, my podcast, where we talk about addiction. We try to come up with solutions. We try to come up with ways that we can actually help people that is battling addiction. Thank you guys for tuning in with me. That is our new intro, Alicia. I hope you loved it. I took a little time out to do that little drop. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you guys in the comment section for still rocking out with me. We're going to continue this show. We might have somebody else jump in. We might not. But if not, me and Alicia can carry on this by ourselves. Okay, the topic today is, why do I keep relapsing? And like I said before, you guys, over 70% of people in their first year will relapse. That is a well-known fact. And a lot of people are shameful about them relapsing. A lot of people don't tell people. But it is one thing that a lot of people go through. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's one thing about it that if you do relapse, to pick yourself back up again and, try again. That's what it's about. It's not about giving up. On my channel, we do not give up. We do not quit. We cannot quit in our sobriety and our recovery. So, Alicia, can you share with us a little bit about your story? And do you have anything about relapsing that you can share with the people?
I do. Relapse is actually part of my recovery story. And even though it's part of my recovery story, doesn't mean it has to be part of yours, right? But the first time I relapsed, a lot of it was lack of tools. I really, I was still meddling with the wrong people in the wrong places and the wrong things. It was very hard for me to detach from all of that because my head was convinced that these are my friends, right? But friends don't kill each other, right? Friends don't try to kill each other. And that's the fact. That's what we're doing when we use drugs, is we're killing ourselves, right? And when I get my friend loaded, I'm killing them too. And it took me some time to get my head wrapped around that. Another reason I relapsed, I've relapsed a couple times, and it's was just still believing the lies in my head that there's a solution, or that there's, that the drugs are a solution, and that, if I use this, I'll lose weight. Like for me, weight was a big trigger for me when I first got clean, because when I love the joke and the comment that I hear often. They say they put down the spoon and picked up the fork. Right. And so that was another reason I had relapse, was because I believed, if I can manage this using, I can just do it to lose weight. But that's not the reality, right? It took me down a different road. Along with using comes the behavior. Right. And the behavior is the biggest part of my problem. And so I've managed to stay clean now. I'm coming up on 3 years. And, I've just been picking up different tools and stopped listening to this thing in between my ears that tells me that I can manage it or that it's okay. Because it's not.
That's one thing. It's a head game sometimes when you're playing with that relapse thing. Because one thing about it, you guys, is when you're doing everything the right way. For instance, you done went to rehab. You done got out of rehab. You got your job back. The kids happy. The wife is happy. The husband happy. And everything is going good. It's very easy to slip right back down. You done got used to it. You're thinking, okay, I can handle this. I can handle it. And as soon as you do that, that's when you can let those simple things slide in. You start going back to the old phone numbers. You start looking in that phone. You start doing the simple things, calling back these old people, and you start opening up these doors that you had already closed in. That's one thing I found out, and it's another thing when we in our addiction and stuff like that. We think that we can beat it just because we got 1 month or 2 months clean. But in relapsing and in your recovery, it's a 24-hour job. This is a 24-hour job that we will have to do. We can't let up when we in our sobriety, because if for 1 minute, if we let up, we can fall victim to it right back in. We can fall victim to it right back in. So that's one thing I have.
It's a progressive disease. So even when I'm clean, it's still there. I don't, I can't be an addict and then not be an addict, right? Like, I'm always going to be an addict, and I'm always going to be susceptible to what the disease of addiction wants to implement in my life. I have to stay engaged with the tools and the recovery that I found, and I have to do it on a daily basis, right? All I get is a daily reprieve when I work my program. What may have worked for me to stay clean yesterday may not work for me tomorrow. I may have to find another, more tools in order to stay clean. So I definitely agree with that.
Absolutely. That's one thing. It is also about having a support system too. It is very beneficial to, when we in our sobriety, to have a support system, because if we don't, it's easy. A lot of people think you cannot do this on your own. It is very hard. A lot of people think they can. Okay, but having a good support system, having somebody that's standing there right beside you, letting you know that, okay, we see the steps that you are making. They're encouraging you to keep going. If you don't have nobody that's behind you telling you you're doing good, keep up the good work, man, you don't feel good about anything. You don't feel good about anything, and it's easy for you to go around the same circle of people. It's easy for them to invite you or get you to do some things that mess up everything and have you right back in. I have a few questions. Can you discuss some common triggers or factors that contribute to drugs and relapse?
I definitely do. I think loneliness is a big one, right? We get clean and we do have to cut off a lot of associations. It's very easy to get into that idea that I'm lonely, and then trying to cope with those feelings we use to try to cope with that feeling. But what I have to remember, and I can only talk about me, what I have to remember is that when I end up alone in the end anyways, right? Because somebody's stealing from me, or there's beef going on and all that drama that comes with using. I end up lonely anyways. But the truth is, like, if I really am working a program of recovery, I'm reaching out to other people in recovery. I'm surrounding myself with other people like that. And this idea that I'm alone is a lie, because there are other people that believe in me and want to help me in my recovery. I just have to seek them out and be a little courageous, right? Be a little courageous in putting myself out there and making those relationships and building that support network that you were talking about. It's loneliness is a big one.
Absolutely. And that's another thing, it's loneliness, it's stress. You can be stressed out at work. It's a lot of factors that can contribute to relapsing. It could be imperative. You can have issues with you going, what they say, in-house things going on. You could be going and getting into it with your spouse. You could be getting into it with your boyfriend. You could be having anxiety attacks. A lot of things can contribute to you relapsing. The thing it is, you got to focus on, feelings.
Sounds like feelings in general, right?
yeah, because when feelings get involved, you could be going through a breakup. You could be going through anything, especially in relationship-wise, like you said, in general, feelings. When you're going through them feelings and you feel and your girl done kicked you out, or you done caught your man doing this or something like that, and hey, the next thing is to try to numb the pain. And a lot of times we can find a way to numb the pain by picking up the phone and calling our old numbers again. That's very a good way to go down the wrong road.
Something someone told me once, and I really love it, is feelings aren't a fact. It's just a fact that I have them. And if I take a look at my history of my feelings before I even used the drugs, they pass, right? It's about practicing some patience and compassion with myself to let those feelings pass before I act on them.
Absolutely.
You know, time takes time.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was Jennifer. Excuse me, Miss Alicia. So I think she's trying to get into the show. I'm going to send her the link real quick. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, feelings. I love that quote you just said. Can you repeat that to the viewers? I love the way you said that.
Yes. Feelings aren't facts. It's just a
Right.
fact that we have them.
Wow. I'm have to use that. That's absolutely true.
Right, because if you really think about it, like our feelings are subject to change with our thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Right? A person's actions can make me feel a certain way. I'm on the freeway. A guy cuts me off. I take it personal, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I get angry. And I'm like, this MFer and this, and I'm all angry.
That's how
right?
we be too.
But let's look at the reality of that situation. This guy doesn't know me from Adam. He didn't sit there and say, ooh, look, it's Alicia. Let me go cut her off real quick, right? And so I have to keep in mind those feelings that just because I'm angry, like if I shift the way I'm thinking about the situation, then I can change the way I feel about it as well. Maybe it's an emergency. Maybe he's late for something, right? It doesn't have to be about me.
Absolutely. Yes. I see Pixie. Thank you, Pixie, for the comment. I'm going to read out a couple of these comments real quick. Thank you guys for engaging with me. I really appreciate that. And I will also read out a couple of these comments. Pixie said loneliness, stress, isolation, anxiety, listening to these things in my head. It's issues, what she say, it causes myself harm to get worse. So, yeah, especially loneliness. Like we said, I think we touched on that subject. Stress, isolation. I don't think we hit on isolation, Alicia. What you think about the isolation?
Isolation, it's very easy to get into isolation, and I think what a lot of us need to find is courage to formulate those relationships, because a lot of the reasons that I like when I would isolate, it was because I didn't think anybody would like me. But I'm going based off what experience with people that I was using with, and so I've got to come in with an open mind and some willingness to try something different so that I don't isolate, because I am worthy, I am lovable, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just about putting myself out there and finding the right people and the right support, like you were talking about, that are going to help me stay out of isolation.
Absolutely. And that's what we need. Is a lot, like you said, the courage. You got to have courage too. But the main thing is having a support system. If we don't have a support system, it's easily to fall victim to anything. I mean, a lot of people could come around. A good support system to keep you grounded. A good support system will be there for you in time of somebody you can call, you can listen to, you can, they there. But if you don't have anybody, these thoughts will be just rambling in your head. You don't have no release. You don't know how to let them out. You don't know how to express them.
Mm-hmm.
And like she said, that's when that loneliness and isolation kicks in. And that's when a lot of things can occur also as well. I got another question. This is for my viewers out there too. If y'all are watching right now, shoot y'all comments too. I love the engagement. How can individuals in recovery develop effective strategies to prevent relapse? That's a good one.
Well, I work a 12-step program, right? And I know people who are members of 12-step programs, but they don't work those 12 steps, right? And something in that process of doing that, I've learned how to inventory my feelings, inventory my thoughts, and inventory my behaviors. because my head likes to make its own reality of what situations are happening in my life opposed to what's really happening in my life. And if I have that tool of how to inventory and take a look at things from a different angle that is a little more positive, I can kind of reduce the amount of triggers that I come across, right? Like, just kind of like the example that I was saying, like, if I see it as this guy did this to me, and then I got to cope with that anger and go get loaded, opposed to, oh, there must be something seriously wrong with this guy, right? It might be about him.
Mm-hmm.
And then relieve myself of those emotions, right? Inventory the source of where my feelings are coming from and whether they're real or not.
What if, when people in a situation like that don't have the resources, where can they look to find them? Can you give them some help on that, some information on that?
Yeah, well, if honestly, depending what you're dealing with, because I am watching the chat as well, there are multiple 12-step programs out there. I usually don't mention them because, one of the things that I've learned is that we don't necessarily promote them, but you have Anonymous for Pills Anonymous, Self-Harm Anonymous, Cocaine Anonymous, Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous. And so there's a lot of, and then if you're a family or a relative member, a family member or a relative or a loved one of someone who is in these diseases, you have Al-Anon, which is the sister fellowship to Alcoholics Anonymous. You have Nar-Anon, which is the sister fellowship to Narcotics Anonymous. And all you have to do, literally, like, we have the internet now. So if you Google these things, you can actually find, and if there's none in your area, you can actually find meetings online.
Absolutely right.
That you can participate in. And if you find a new way of life in those meetings, the cool part is you could start a meeting in your area and create the change and create the resource that is needed in your community.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of that. Thank you, guys. Let me see. Brittany commented. Let me read off Brittany comment. Thank you, Brittany, for commenting. Thank you so much. And she said, as silly as it sounds, when I get triggered, I go on a walk and it helps me. No, Brittany, it do not sound silly at all. That is one of the, you know what I do, Brittany? I work out. I found myself, since I got out of rehab and been clean for the last 2 years, I found myself, I enjoy working out. I enjoy it. I mean, it's a stress release. I can work on the sweat. I can stay fit. You know what I mean? And it helps me. It helps me. It's calmed me down a little bit. I can work off a sweat. I drink my water. Drink my protein shakes, and it relaxes me. Whatever it is that was on my mind, I put my headphones in while I'm working out, you guys, and just put me some music on. Had the music on, and I just zone out. I watch some of my videos.
I agree.
Yeah, watch some of my little videos on YouTube. So we can experience podcast. Y'all go subscribe right now. I had to plug that in. But I watched some of my videos, you guys, and that actually, so Brittany, no, that do not sound crazy at all. I love that comment. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. Well, you guys, I'm going to show a little video clip, and I would love for you guys to also, y'all can comment on this video clip. Tell me what y'all think about this real quick. I'm going to play it.
To the end of days. They go back to the beginning, when it was fun, when it was easy, when there was no consequences. And when I think about relapse, I think about all the guys that I sponsor. I think about all the people that I've treated. I think about all the people that I've counseled, and there's a common denominator that I've seen. People don't respect the addiction. They don't know what they're up against. It doesn't have their attention. They think that because they haven't used in a little while, they can just go use. They forget that they have to continue working a program like a type 1 diabetic has to continue to check their blood sugar. But here's the common denominator that I've seen in every relapse. Every single one, they got their stuff back. They did not look at the addiction for the illness that it was a problem that's behavioral, that there was some underlying issue that caused the use. So they come to rehab, They look good. They're showering. Wife's talking to you again. Kids are back. Jobs back. Cars back. Bills are paid. We're going to the gym. People are checking us out. We're on the treadmill. There's Studley. Look at me. And all of a sudden, hey, things aren't so bad. We don't go back to the last day before we went to rehab. We go back to the beginning when things were fun. We get our stuff back. Things seem to be settling down. Things to be seeming okay. And we're off to the races. We go get one. There's an old saying, if you have a drunken horse thief and you take away the alcohol, you still got a horse thief. Because when you relapse, you just don't slip on a banana peel and fall through the front door of a bar. You start with texting an old girlfriend, something very subtle, cheating on your taxes, bumping a parked car and not doing anything about it. Things to the normal person that seem like, so what, everybody does that. Acting alcohol, I can't afford that. Because once those old behaviors start coming back in, eventually leads to relapse. You know, it was an interesting story. A friend of mine has a colleague that owns several sober houses out in California. I don't remember the name. And he did a study that he went back and he looked at every single relapse that had ever occurred. And he found an exact behavior that started with every single relapse. When I tell this to people, they think I'm crazy, but the people stop making their bed. And the reason why, if you break it down, it's not that you don't make your bed, you're going to get drunk. It's just that they started on a behavior of rule breaking, diverting their attention to something else, rebellion, resentment, whatever the case may be. With addiction, you have to have heightened self-awareness. That's why we're in a program of recovery, so people can take our inventory or help us stay accountable. Because when those behaviors start slipping, we start getting mad again, we start infidelity, we start lying, we start the dishonesty. Those are the same behaviors that started the process. And if we don't stay in our program of recovery, we're destined to go back. I have a case right now where the guy was sober 9 months and the family just reached out and they said, hey, he's restless, irritable, and discontent, and we're worried. Well, you should be, because those are the same behaviors that they had when you called us and they were using. So for me, from my observation, the man in the balcony looking down at the stage, addiction is not about getting your stuff back. It's not about, the wife talking to you again or seeing the kids again or your job giving you a second chance. Because if you're making it about that, once you get all your stuff back, you're just going to go get one and you're going to lose it all again anyway. You have to know that with addiction, it's about the behavior, and the drugs and the alcohol are the solution.
Absolutely. That was powerful. What are you have any comments about the video? Can you hear me, Alicia? Okay. I'm not hearing her. Alicia, I can't hear you. Excuse me, you guys. We have some technical issues. Let's see. Can you say something? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. I'm not quite sure what's going on, you guys. Can y'all hear me out there? No sound. Okay. I don't know what just happened. Let me remove that from screen. Okay. Can you guys hear me now? Okay. You can't hear Alicia. Okay. We finna try to get that fixed, you guys. Thank you guys for commenting and let me know that. I think something happened after I played that video, you guys. I don't know. We finna try to get it. We finna try to get it and continue the show. But now she is freezing up. What I'm finna do, you guys, is I'm finna text her, and I'm finna have a little break, a little commercial break. I'm gonna call this a little commercial break. I'm finna text her right back, you guys. Okay. Let's see. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm sorry, my laptop went down for whatever reason, so I'm on my phone.
Yeah, I was wondering. See, that's why I love the comment section. The comment section. Thank you guys, because hey, without the comments, I wouldn't have known, because they the one told me, Alicia, at the beginning they couldn't hear me. I was just rambling, so I was reading the comments and they told me that, but they was also telling me they can hear me, but they couldn't hear you. I figured it out right after the video. I was like, I can't hear it. That's when I started doing this. So she'll click back in, you guys. What I would like to see in the comment section, what y'all think about the video? I think he spot on some very good points in that video. I really enjoyed it. Okay. She should jump back on in a minute, you guys. There she go. Oh,
okay.
We'll get it together. Yeah, don't worry
I'm
about
not
it.
going to mess with anything. I tried to see the comments and it took me off, so I'm just going to stay like this.
Okay, you can watch it on a playback, because, yeah, we'll figure it out. If not, me and you, we could play around with it after we get off and we end the live, and you can be like, okay, I'll text you later. We could probably play around with it. But yeah, we right back. I would love to get your thoughts about the video clip.
Yes, I thought the video, it's very true. It's really easy to go back out. We can forget how hard it was when we first found the help that we needed. We start getting the car back and the kids back and the job back, and we can forget, where the drugs took us. And so it's very important. I feel like for me, it's been very important to continue to be part of the recovery community and to do service work in the recovery community. That's definitely been a really good part for me, because it keeps me out of that idea that, it's like when I got to share my story with another addict, I remember. I don't forget where I come from, because I share it on a regular basis. But if I'm not sharing it with other people, saying, oh yeah, well, let me tell you what it used to be like and how great it is now, I forget what it used to be like. That was a great video. That was a really great video. You nailed a lot of key points.
Thank you. When I seen it myself, I'm like, it kind of gave me chills. When I seen it myself, I'm like, okay, if this giving me chills, I gotta have this for the panel. Thank you so much for that. But like you said, we still got to have a community. We still have to put in the work. And like you said, sharing it with others, talking about it and letting other people know about it, man. Because you, like you said, when you talking it out, when you talk about what you have been through, it kind of gives you a better understanding. Because I used to be a person that people used to tell me a lot of stuff, Alicia, and I was like, I ain't want to hear it. I used to actually tell myself the things that people were saying, but I couldn't believe it. I didn't believe it until I started hitting rock bottom. When I started looking myself in the mirror, when I started doing a personal inventory of myself, looking at the trajectory or the downward spiral, I wouldn't even say a trajectory of where I was going, where I was headed. And I just had to reevaluate myself, and I had to get some things together. So you're absolutely right on that. Let me ask you a few more questions, because I ain't gonna have you too long, Miss Alicia. We already talked about that, but we can. What does emotional and mental health play in relapse prevention, and how can individuals address the aspect of recovery?
I think, even though I work a 12-step program, therapy has been very important. Therapy has been very important because a lot of the things that I carry with me are unresolved issues of the past, right? If I have an experience with someone who's caused me pain 20 years ago, then I'm going to recognize in other people's behavior and believe that it's causing me the same pain, and I relive it over and over and over. So part of emotional and mental health is getting with somebody who can help you take a look at those things and heal from those things so we don't carry them with us into our future experiences. And therapy has been a big important tool for me as well to process a lot of the things I went through.
Yes, a lot of people in our communities, a lot of people look at getting therapy. I'm telling y'all right now, getting therapy or getting counseling is very, very essential for you period. Even if you're not doing drugs or anything like that, if you just need some help to talk to somebody, if you have to, if you're going through some problems, because it's a stigma in the Black community, and I can say it hit all walks of life, period. I'm not just gonna say the Black community, but it hits all walks of life. People have a stigma about going to get help. When you hear somebody say anything about it going to get help, or you thinking they really crazy or something is wrong with them. So we need to break that stigma of people reaching out and trying to get help and getting therapy, because it can save a lot of people's life. And a lot of people, they get to a point in their life when they get older and be like, you know what? Maybe the things that I went through in life, I probably could have I could have used some therapy for that. Because I talked to a lot of people that went through a lot of shit. Man, they would tell me, they were like, you know what, man, listening to you talk, man, it made me understand that I did need therapy. I did need some counseling, because childhood trauma. Mm-hmm.
I want to debunk something real quick too. I noticed I've heard someone before say, well, I don't feel comfortable talking to a stranger about my problems. And something that I want to make others aware of is that, that's usually sometimes the best way to get a clear perspective on a situation is to get with somebody who's not emotionally involved in it.
Right.
A non-biased perception of what's happening can be very, very useful, right? Because they're not going to they're not going to look at it in a way of bias, of feeling a certain strong way about something and then trying to get you to be on board with that. They're going to have a clear perspective from the outside looking in. It's kind of hard to see the whole picture when I'm in the middle of it.
Absolutely right. You got to have somebody that don't have any skin in the game. They ain't going to be biased. They ain't going to choose sides. It's just going to give you exactly what you need. And that's the facts. That's the truth. One thing I learned about this, y'all, and I would love for y'all to make sure y'all write this quote down. The truth is not designed to feel good. That's why it's the truth. It's not designed to make you feel good all the time. But hearing the truth can absolutely bring you the truth about what is going on about you in your life. And one thing somebody told me, it's not designed to feel good all the time. That's why they call it the truth. So, yeah. I'm going to ask you probably one more question, Alicia, and I'm going to let you out. How important is support from family, friends, communities, in preventing friends and others from relapsing?
I think it's very important. I've been blessed with a family that was, they were supportive of me getting help and trying to stay clean. They were very supportive through my relapses, but I had to show that I was really trying to change to get that support. It doesn't come easy because I've lied and I promised that I'd change so many times. And so I had to be patient with my support network as much as they had to be patient with me. Right. And it's very important because I don't ever want to believe that it's not worth it. And when I have that support, I feel like it's worth it.
Absolutely.
So it's very important.
It's very important. And I'm gonna go and let you out on this, Alicia. Thank you again for joining me. Y'all, this is Miss Alicia. She's one of
Thank
my
you.
co-hosts. She's one of my co-hosts in the comment section. They love you. So y'all, we go live every Tuesday, you all. So if you're new to this channel right now, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to this channel. And make sure you also go share this live stream because you never know. It might be somebody out there right now that can take something from this video that can add value to their life. So thank you again, Miss Alicia. I would love for you to, for the viewers out there, can you tell them one thing if somebody going through something right now? Can you give them some words of encouragement?
Yes. Whatever you're going through, it'll change. It will change. Just hang in there. Keep doing what you're doing. Work on your recovery and focus on today. Just focus on what you can do today. And I guarantee you that things will change. Things will pass. They always do. Nothing in life is permanent. It's all temporary.
Well said. Well said. Thank you, Alicia. And I will be seeing you again. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There you have it, you guys. You know we can't make this up. It's been an awesome show. And it was awesome because the community that I am growing. And I would love for everybody to give a big shout out to Nicole's accountability. Her circle, her community, they know how to show up and they know how to show out. Thank you guys for rocking with me, man. Y'all go subscribe to Nicole's Accountability YouTube channel. That is my girl right there, man. She got a best friend over here, and I'm a supporter. I will support her, and y'all go check her out and subscribe to her channel. Thank you guys for the comments, the engagement. Hey, y'all saved me so many times in this video, but that's what we're doing, everybody. We're going to rock out. Thank you. Each week, each Tuesday, we go live. So continue to join me, continue to join my family, and become a part of it. Because you know what? I can't do this on my own, like I said. Thank you guys in the comment section, each and every one of you. Y'all done an awesome job. Anytime the mic went out, y'all let me know. And that's what we need. We don't have a lot of YouTubers that love to talk about addiction. Me and Nicole, we're going to continue to inspire and motivate y'all in addiction. And we're going to continue to try to bring y'all some good, some good addiction content. That's what it's always about at the end of it. Thank you guys for everything. I'm 2 years clean. I'm reaching people. I'm inspiring people. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about. You know what I mean, y'all? That's at the end of the day, if I can help one person, I did my job. So thank you guys for rocking out with me again and continue to rock out with me. Continue to come back to my platform and continue to show the love. This is Mr. Show Out TV, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Till next time, Sober Gang Experience. Yeah.
Welcome to Mr. Show Out TV Recovery and Addiction YouTube channel, where we hope to inspire those battling addiction. Please subscribe and like the channel. Make sure you click the notification bell to get notified whenever we broadcast. Thank you and enjoy the show. To support the channel, you can send donations to Cash App $Mr. Show Out TV. So please don't wait, subscribe now. Together we can help and give inspiration to millions of people.